Kayli was like 4 or 5 years old, you know, it's kind of a bad habit. We would always let her watch TV, let her watch videos while she ate. And one day she was eating and she was watching TV, and she turned around and looked at Janna and I, and she asked us how she could get inside the television like the other boys and girls.
Hello, Tara.
Hello, Callie. How can I help you today?
I'm learning about Earth's history. What was the phenomena called American manufacturing?
American manufacturing was an economic phenomenon employing about 30% of the population and giving them all family-level wage.
There was a lot of turmoil in America in 2012. What actually took place?
By 2012, many of the available jobs in American manufacturing required years of expensive training and educational degrees. Wages were depressed below the ability to support families. The country increasingly fell into ruin with its infrastructure decaying and bridges and levees falling apart. Society broke down with the nation gradually becoming a police state. The population was slowly starved and forced out of their homes. They were unable to afford sufficient health care to keep them healthy in times of sickness. This was the beginning of the end.
Was there any way this could have been prevented?
Hi, I'm Anna Wright, and I am here with Dave, Janna, Kayli, and Christopher Tolleson of the Tolleson family. We're going to be speaking with mainly Christopher and Kayli today about their burgeoning acting careers in the Charlotte area. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess we'll start off with Kayli. How did you first get into it? And then we'll get into everybody else's burgeoning roles as well.
I actually did a play at CATA, which is a performing arts school near our house. And the play people asked my mom, have you ever put her into acting or filming besides theater? And my mom was like, no, I've never actually, looking into that. I don't really know anything about it. And they told her, they were like, you really should think about it. She could go somewhere.
Okay, so since they kind of asked you and got you guys involved, past that, what kind of took on getting her involved, getting her into what's necessary? I know you have to have at least like headshots and all sorts of other things.
All sorts of other things. From that moment, when the people that were running the play talked with me about her as an actress, I started talking with some other people adults that I knew that were actors, and just asked, what do you do? Who do you talk to? Where do you start? I didn't know anything about it. She played basketball. And I danced, but, we're not originally from North Carolina, so, I didn't really have connections in the film community here. So once I started talking to people, it was like the doors just opened very quickly. And we searched for an agent. We did a pretty extensive search for an agent for her and had great conversations with people. And everyone we talked to was very positive and very encouraging and said, yes. And she was 9 at the time. So to hear someone say that about your 9-year-old, and I don't know these things. So we signed with an agency, and then the process began with submissions and headshots and comp cards and auditions and roles, and so it really escalated very, very quickly for her. So we were very fortunate to get in with the group of people that we did, meet the people that we did, and so she's been very, very fortunate to work on a large variety of projects. So it's been about 3 years, and she just stays busy a lot.
That was great.
Yeah.
And then is that how you got involved? Is everybody else was doing it, or did you want to do it in general?
Well, my mom also waited until I was 9, but I didn't do all the play stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She just wanted me to like get more credit out there for myself.
Oh, very good. Okay, so you guys both started when you were 9.
Yes.
So how old are you guys now?
I'm 12. I'm still 9.
Still 9. Okay. You just started, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What's been nice for him especially is that he's had Kayli to kind of follow, and he's watched her go to auditions and see how much effort and work it takes in order to be successful in this business. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of discipline, very high expectations, she's very driven, and I see a lot of those same characteristics in him, and he is just beginning the process. So they've been fortunate to book some brother-sister things, which is nice. And then he's also got to play opposite of her, and he actually got to bully her on set, and he was not sad about that. He enjoyed that role. So it's been good for him to be able to watch her change over the years that she's worked and see how much effort and time it takes as far as commitment. And he enjoys it. He really, he really does put forth the effort. I'm starting to see that from him already. So if they want to do it,
Yeah.
we just do it.
Now, do you guys try and give each, I mean, obviously you, Kayli, since you've been in it longer, do you give them tips? Do you listen to her tips? Like, do you take the older sister advice? Or do you just kind of go it on your own?
I'll try to tell them, like, sometimes what they'll do on sets, like what they'll ask him to do, and just sort of give him some background before he goes on so he knows what's going to happen. And usually he does take advice and listens, but, I mean, he sort of starts getting the hang of it after he's been on a set for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't really need my help anymore.
Now, as far as, I guess fitting this in with everyday life, obviously you guys go to school,
Yes.
you guys have jobs,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
you know, how has that kind of worked around your lives in general? What have you had to change? What do you guys do to kind of support this or make time for what they're looking to do?
I think it's become our life.
Another step in the process.
It is another step in the process. What's been nice is that because I have been out a lot with Kayli, and we travel around a lot, Dave is home typically with Christopher, and he cooks. Should I tell people that? You
That's
cook,
great.
you clean,
No, I
you
do it
do
all.
laundry, he does it all.
I make a wonderful mother.
He makes a great wife and mother, and he understands, that that's part of the process, is that the house still has to run. We
Yeah.
still, we still have to do the laundry. We still have to eat food. We still have to, try to maintain a sense of normalcy while I'm out running around with her. And now that I'm running double, he still continues to do whatever it takes. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of organization, a lot of communication. I'll say, we've got to be here, here, and here. Where you don't work, So it takes a lot of communication on our part with each other in order to be able to fit all of this in and make it work around our jobs.
You have to be flexible. You have to be able to rearrange and change the plan at the spur of a moment. You can't be set in your ways or it just probably won't work.
Yeah.
Well, and we look, we try to plan, family vacations, and sometimes it can't be for more than a day or two.
Right.
But just to get out of town for a day or two, just to be able to go somewhere as a family, go do it, and have fun in the process around all of this. Because, tomorrow someone could call saying they need Christopher in Wilmington. Okay, let's go to Wilmington. So it does take a lot of planning and a lot of organization, and you do have to be very, very flexible and just willing to say, you know what, we were going to go do this, but we're going to go do the acting stuff instead. So that's just what we do.
Now, you have mentioned traveling and everything. About what kind of area do you work in? How far have you traveled specifically? As far as Wilmington or further?
Further than Wilmington. We actually flew to Pennsylvania to work on a film called Nine Ball. And what was nice about it was the director was really nice to fly us out there. And it was better than driving 9 hours. But, I mean, that was a really nice thing. He didn't have to do that.
And then last summer we were in New York.
Yes, we went to New York last summer, and I actually booked 3 things while I was up there, which was amazing. And I was just hoping to get 1. I didn't even think I was going to get 1, but I was really fortunate to get 3 things.
Now, were these acting jobs, or because I noticed that you model as well?
Yes, there was actually TV, film, and then print. So those were the 3 things I got. And
Congratulations. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a good experience. Her agent here connected us with agencies in New York, and we went and met with them. And before we would commit to living a month in New York City, leaving Dave and Christopher behind for a month, we went and met with agencies and talked with them to see if she was even marketable. You just have to find out if you're not, you're not. It's okay. But they all said yes, yes, yes. So she had 4 agencies working for her last summer. And so she was fortunate to book a film, I Married a Mobster TV show.
Major on Investigation Discovery.
And then she did a print job for
American Girl magazine.
Yeah, so that was really, she shot in Central Park, and it was very fancy and very fun. So, it's what every little girl wants to do.
Right.
You want to shoot for American Girl, and to do it in Central Park, that was pretty cool stuff. So yeah, she had a really good time, and everybody was just incredible. So, and then we came home, and she kept working. So, but that's the furthest we've been.
Yes,
New York City.
New York.
City.
Very cool. Pennsylvania's up there too.
Yes.
It is. We were right near Philadelphia, is where the filming occurred, and we actually have been up there twice for her to work on that particular feature. So it's wrapped now, and it's in post-production, looking at probably a fall release. So that, and I think it may do a theatrical release. So
Great.
to hear the good news on that. That's exciting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other types of things have you been in? I know a few films, shorts, feature lengths.
Films and shorts mostly. Also, I've done a couple of print, not really that much. I want to do more, TV and film and commercial. And I've been in some commercials, but it's mostly been TV and film that I've been in.
Alright, and just watching her do kind of all 3, do you ever get the desire to go into anything else, or do you really like just being in front of the camera and acting?
I basically like to be acting.
You've done a little bit of print. You've done runway. That's when he was younger. He did a back to school show at the mall. Did a little runway show, so that was fun for him. And he's done mostly acting, but I think we'll look into the print. Print is an interesting business only because there's not a lot in this area.
Yeah.
So the few roles that there are, they're very sacred roles. And so if you get an opportunity to do it, certainly you want to go out there, and we tell them all the time, flash those baby blues, make it happen, right? And so, we'll see what happens as far as print and modeling goes, but he likes the acting piece most of the time.
That's good. And as far as what kind of stuff have you been in?
Well, I've been in bully roles, but I do have an emotional side. Just touch my candy bag and I'll show you. And but basically I've been tough guy roles.
You recently did a music video.
Yes, I did Mars music video for this band. It's like a heavy metal Christian rock band. Wake Up Redemption, and there's some pretty nice guys. The directors and the producers were nice also. They're awesome.
That's great. Now, since you said you mainly play bully roles, obviously you kind of like that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Mars, the bringer of war.